Okay, first off, I want to thank everybody for all the feedback, questions, and comments I've been getting on these videos. Really motivating knowing you guys are watching them and getting something out of them. As long as you guys continue to watch, I'll continue to make them. Be sure and share these videos on Facebook, Twitter. Leave a comment, give me a thumbs up, and let me know what other topics you want covered. So again, thanks everybody for just everything. I also want to thank Pass, Poker Affiliate Solutions. Everybody knows them. They're the largest affiliate network in the industry. High CPAs, high rev share offers, rakeback offers for casino, poker rooms, sports books, and even daily fantasy sports. If you're looking to get better deals, Pass is a great place to check out. Hit me up on the forums, hit Tori. Either one of us can answer questions, get you set up. It's just a quick way, even if you're a low volume affiliate, to get better deals and to make more money. They always have great affiliate promotions that I love. They have tons of different offers. You can check them out on their site, pas.net/reviews. You can see some of the rooms they offer. This is not even close to most of the offers. They have a lot of casinos, a lot of sports books, and they ran a really cool promotion last month, which I took advantage of. Basically, they matched up to $1,000 in casino earnings, and so I got an extra $1,000 last month. They're doing the same thing with Bet365 and Bovada, Betfair. You can see all the rooms listed here. They're matching up to $500 for the next couple months there. So just a great promotion to make some extra money, especially this time of year with football, fantasy sports, all that stuff going on. So if you're looking to get an increase in your revenue, Pass is a great place to check out. So again, hit me or Tori up in the forums, hit me on Skype, and I'll try and answer any questions and see if we can't get you started. So thanks again for Pass for sponsoring these videos. Today's video, we're going to cover the basic foundation of SEO. It's been a really requested topic. It's a tough one to tackle in a video. I'm going to break this video up probably into two parts. We're just going to cover some basics, some simple things you can check out and you can look at on your site to make sure you're optimizing it the best way possible. It's not something that's going to turn you into a SEO guru overnight, but this should be a good starting point for you. Or if you're working with writers, it's a great way to kind of go over the basics with them. So let me get started here. And what I did is I went and I did a quick Google search of, let's see what term, I used poker reviews, and then I just started opening windows. Some of these sites everybody knows of, they're large sites, some of them are smaller sites. And I just want to kind of go over some basic on-page things that I see working with clients, things I check for on my own sites, things you can check for easily and fix, and just optimize your pages better. SEO seems to have this kind of mysterious, bubble around it for some people. It's not rocket science. It's not some secret magic. It's basics, and a lot of it's really common sense. So once you can kind of put that in perspective, then you can really look at your sites and make some improvements. So one of the sites I pulled up is pokersites.com. And one of the first things I always check for on any site when I'm talking to a client or when I'm looking at buying a site is I check the title tags, starting with the home page, and see if those have been optimized correctly. One of the most common things I see, especially people using a CMS like WordPress or Joomla, something like that, is they leave the default permalink settings in, and what that does a lot of times, it'll leave your domain name and your title tags. 99% of the time you don't want your site name in your homepage title tag or in every other page. By default, a lot of WordPress installations leave that in all the title tags, so it'll be poker bonus / whatever your domain name is, and generally you don't need to rank for your domain name, especially if it's like poker bonus or something like that. That's a super competitive keyword, and you're just wasting space basically. So let's look at the title tag here on this site, BetOnline Poker Download and BetOnline.com Review. And I don't have a problem with that. Again, we're checking to make sure that the site title isn't sitting in the title tag, which it's not. You can see here, nice big bold lettering. This page is the reviews, betonline-poker, and so this is a BetOnline review. Really good calls to action, really nice layout. You can see the content here, and this is something I'll talk about quite a bit. It's broken up into sections with headers, which are H tags, which is great. You can see here BetOnline Poker Review, and that's a great place for a keyword. People like to jump on a page and they like to be able to scan that page. Scannability is a big thing for web pages. People don't want to see giant blocks of text and have to skim through or read through 1,000 words to find the part they care about. Generally, they're looking for one thing, especially on reviews. They're looking for bonus information, promotion information, a bonus code maybe, cash out, deposit options, that kind of thing. So you want to make it easy for them to find, and it's a great opportunity to use these header areas, these headlines, to put your keywords in there. And they did this at first, BetOnline Poker Review, and then software special bonus. One of the things I like to do to get good keywords in there is I like to put BetOnline software review or BetOnline special bonus, BetOnline banking methods, things like that. So your keywords are in your H tags, they're in your headers, they're easy to find, and it's just better for your SEO and better for your reader. So really simple thing. A lot of people overlook that. It's a great opportunity to get your main keyword in there, multiple times without it being unnatural or looking like keyword stuffing. So let's go on. Cards Chat. We all know Cards Chat. It's a great site. Just a really nice site. Again, good calls to action. The title says it all. It's BetOnline Poker page. And you go down here, review of BetOnline Poker. And again, software promotions. Again, if this were me, and this is what I would recommend, is putting BetOnline promotions, BetOnline banking options, BetOnline games. Again, just another opportunity, but you notice again, these paragraphs are broke up into small chunks, easy to read. The headers make it easy to scan. The title tag, we can hover up here, BetOnline Poker Review dash BetOnline free 250 $2,500 bonus. So that's a good title tag. It's not wasting any space. You're going after the keywords you want. And keep in mind, your title tags of your pages are what will show up in your search listing. So if you come up in a normal search like this, that's where your title tag's going to show. You have limited space there, and you want to make sure it's descriptive, make sure it's got the right keyword, and it's also an opportunity for your first call to action, your first conversion. So they read that, they know exactly what's on the page. So if we're looking at this right here, 888 Poker Review and bonus code 2015, hopefully if I go to that page, it's going to have the 2015 bonus code. So those are a great opportunity there to get your first conversion, so to speak. You convert them from the search page to your website, from your website to the poker room. So just keep that in mind when you're writing your titles. Let's go back to this one. So again, no issue with this. Use the header tags properly, great information, just a slick layout. It's just a great site. Let's jump on another one. This is pokerbonuses.com, another great site. Let's look at the title tag, BetOnline promotional code. That's it, and that's all it needs to be. It's a great title tag, matches the URL, matches the H1 tag here, which is the title of the article. Great call to action. Room info. Text is a little small for my liking, but I'm old and I'm blind. But you can see it's a really nice page. Again, I think there's some opportunity to add some additional keywords in there, but it's just a matter of choice. When I promote a room on one of my sites, I don't plan on just having one page. So if I'm promoting BetOnline, I've got a BetOnline review page, I've got a BetOnline promotions page, I've got a BetOnline deposit bonus page, BetOnline bonus code page, banking options, you name it. I try to create as much content around that room as possible. So it gives me more chance to add good content, more pages to show up in the search engine, more opportunities for keywords. And keep in mind, you don't have to try and compete with these giant keywords. We're never going to rank for poker, just flat out poker as a keyword unless you spend a bunch of money. So you can try and rank for what I call the low hanging fruit keywords. Variations of search queries, variations of keywords that people might search for. In the next video, I'm going to show you some tools I use, free tools that you can use to identify various keywords. Some of them may be low volume, but that's still, traffic you can get. So you don't have to try and, compete with some of these $1 million companies. A good way to do that is by having a lot of good solid content. I know we've heard that for years. Content is king and stuff like that. But it is the truth. The more text you have, the more keyword opportunities you have, the more opportunities for long tail keywords, which are phrase keywords. And people a lot of times will type in phrases like that. So it's just something to think about, and something we'll talk more about as we go. Let's move on to pokersitebonuses.com, another random site I pulled up here. Really hard to read the small text, but that's their main keyword there. That's what's in their URL. Let's check their title tag. All right, Party Poker bonus code. Get extra money on your deposit. To me, that second part, get extra money on your deposit, it's probably not going to be super effective. Everybody's got the same bonus they can offer. Basically, people are just checking reviews and things like that. For me, instead of get extra money on your deposit, I might say something like poker bonus code / party poker deposit bonus 2015, or just something that's more of a keyword that's going to be in my content rather than a phrase that might work well to convert them from the search query to your page. But again, I like to use my title tags as the main keywords that I'm trying to rank for in the article. Small article, there's not a lot of text here. It doesn't look like anything super original, so that's what you want to avoid. It's nice and clean looking, but there's probably less than 300, 400 words here. And the sites we just looked at have at least 500 to 700 words. So you're competing with that. You've got to get the content in there. There's nothing spectacular about this. The title tag's a little weak in my opinion. You don't want to water it down with big long phrases. You want to make them short and concise and targeted to the keyword you want. Alright, let's move on to pokertips.org. Let's check out the title tag. Pokertips.org, which is in the title tag of an inner page, Online Poker Room Reviews. So this is the Online Poker Room Reviews parent page, and you can see it's got a lot of stuff, but not a lot of text. There's 100 words here, maybe 150. Nothing really spectacular. Kind of a generic header. And what bothers me the most here is the title tag has the URL in it, pokertips.org. People aren't searching pokertips.org generally. They might search poker tips, but that's not something you want in all your pages. And I haven't looked, but let's click on another one and see if that's the same on all pages. And it sure is. So they've got the same repetitive keyword in all their title tags, and that's exactly what you want to avoid. And by default, a lot of CMSs like WordPress kind of default to that for whatever reason. So that's something we'll look at in a minute, and I'll show you how to fix in WordPress to make sure you don't fall into this same mistake. Looking at their PokerStars review, at least it's got a lot of good text. Don't know how original it is, but again, why not put PokerStars bonus, PokerStars promotion, PokerStars tournament? They have reviews / PokerStars in their URL. They have PokerStars review in part of their title tag. Let's get that in the body of the text somewhere. So just something to think about. Again, you'll find a lot like this. Here's a great site, uspokersites.us. Here's the title tag. It's a long one. U.S. Poker Sites slash unbiased review of legit online poker sites. So again, that's really long. That's not a phrase people aren't going to be searching for unbiased legit reviews. They may search for poker site reviews or something of that nature. But hopefully you understand the point I'm trying to drive home here. They have U.S. poker sites in their title tag, which is good. This is their homepage. That's what they should have. And you see here they've got some headers going on, so that all looks good. Again, I just be careful with the title tag. It's super long, and it's not focused on anything. So keep that in mind when you're doing your home page and your inner pages. This is my buddy TJ's site. I've used this before, so I didn't think he'd mind me using it again. I just wanted to kind of point that out again. Look at his title tag: sports betting picks, tips, predictions, and online sports betting at picks.org. Again, there's no reason to have your URL in your title tag. So he could be using that for another keyword. For me, that's too long. I think you could stop after online sports betting. Doesn't need at pokertips.org. So again, that's the longer your title tags are like that, the kind of less weight they have, if that makes sense. You want to make them short and focused. So that's the way I would do it. Wanted to bring up one of his inner pages: Bet Online Sportsbook Review parentheses 2015 dash get 25% up to $1,000 at picks.org. Again, you got the picks.org in there. The get 25% up to $1,000 probably looks good if it comes up in the search, your search page, the Google page. Say it's on page 1, and that's what you're going to see there. Remember, you'll see it here up to a limit. I think the limit is 65 characters. Don't quote me on that. But again, people may not even see that in the search query, so that's a good opportunity to use a keyword rather than a long title tag trying to do a call to action there. The rest of the page looks pretty good. Bet Online Sportsbook Review and your H1, that's the name of the page, so that's good. Bet Online bonuses and promotions. Notice how he has Bet Online in there. It's a great opportunity to use that keyword. Banking options and withdrawal methods. Again, I'd like to see Bet Online in there. But you can see good content, original content. It's broken into sections, which is great. So there's keywords in there. The H tags are, also have the keywords, so that's a good place. And another one of his sites, 4Flush. Everybody knows 4Flush, pretty famous site in the industry over the years. So let's look at the title tag: poker news, reviews, real money gambling sites -4flush.com. And again, you have 4Flush in the domain name, which gives you a little extra push there as far as ranking for that keyword. You don't need to have it in your title tag. Put something in there that you want to target. Nobody else is trying to target 4Flush as a keyword, so you don't need it. Rest of the page looks good. Good headers, good content, good anchor text on the news. Anchor text is another one. So here, for example, he's got online poker for real money linked to an online poker real money page, one of his inner pages, which is great. That's the perfect anchor text to link to an inner page. And your home page is a great opportunity to deep link into some of your other content. And then you'd want to link that content to another page. And I don't think I have to go into interlinking with everybody. We can talk about that in another video. But it's all about the keywords, being descriptive, making sure your keywords are in there, and make sure you're targeting the right things and not wasting your title tags or wasting space doing things like that by having your domain name in your title tag. It's one of the most common things I see on sites. It drives me crazy. Once you notice it, you can't not notice it on websites. So, if you've got that in your site, unless your site is, pokerbonus.com or something that's an exact match keyword, you probably don't need to target it. And I brought up another page, is Party Poker New Jersey Review page. Let's look at the title tag: partypoker/borgata.com New Jersey Review -25 free instantly. Again, super long, not really focused. I'd like to see that improved. And I can't tell just because it's so long. If let's move it over here, see if four flush isn't in the title tag, so that's great. Um, Content is good. Here's your header. You can scroll down, see that. Good call to action midway down. Software, again, why not tell me that party poker software? Party poker traffic and game selection. So those are all little things you can do. Party poker VIP program. That's keywords people search for. Put that in here. The search engines will index it just the way they see it. So you want to try and get that extra little bump by including that in there. And getting those keywords in without stuffing keywords where they don't belong. That's an appropriate place for it. A lot of people try and just stuff keyword they put it in places where it doesn't read well and it doesn't make sense. But when you have an opportunity to put in there naturally where it looks nice and organic, where it makes sense, that's the best place for it. And make sure, of course, always in your content. There's a great checklist that I use. Let me pull it up. Keywords. You should never stuff your blogs with keywords, but you should include them when it makes sense and feels natural. Here's some keyword related questions. Research. Have you performed keyword research? Found phrases that are popular related to the post you're writing. Headline. Have you included keywords within your headline? Headings. Something we just talked about. Putting those keywords in your section headings. Stuffing, make sure you're not keyword stuffing. Context, are there other words within your blog post related to your main keywords? Google's like a dictionary. It looks at keywords as well as synonyms to get a better understanding of what your blog post is about. First 100 words, do you use your keywords within the first 100 words? Google places more emphasis on words and phrases that are placed towards the top of the page. Internal links. This is all stuff that I'm sure you're all familiar with. We'll cover it real quick. Links are a simple way to control how you pass PageRank from one blog post to another. Cross-linking. Have you linked to other related blog posts that you've written in the past? By doing this, you'll help boost the rankings of older posts. Anchor text. Are your internal links too rich in anchor text? Don't stuff your internal links with too many keywords, as it will reduce your rankings. By the way, this was written by Neil Patel. If you don't know who Neil Patel is, Google him. I've been just super lucky having several conversations with Neil over the years. He's a great guy, and he is a master marketer. Done some great things with SEO. You can Google him and just see some of the stuff he does, and has companies he's worked with in the past, some large companies, and the guy just knows his stuff, and it's all basically founded on the basics. You start with the basics. You start with just writing good content and putting your keywords in the right places. Content. Duplicate content. Did you take any content from another source? If you did, make sure you link to it. And a lot of people, and this is something I've tried to explain to some clients, and you guys have probably come across this. If you're writing a review about PokerStars, there's a good percentage about PokerStars that's going to be exactly like somebody else's, because you're giving them factual information about the PokerStars bonus, the VIP program, things like that. That's going to happen, and that's okay, as long as your article isn't word for word like somebody else's. You can say things in your own words, but there's still going to be a significant percentage of information about a poker review, a casino review, that's going to be basic information that everybody has. I had a client come to me a few months ago really upset because somebody he had hired to do some work had basically the same thing as a poker news article, but it was basic information, and sometimes you can't avoid that. But I think we all know the difference between a completely copied article and content that gives basic facts about a product or a room. So keep that in mind. You're never going to be 100% authentic or original writing reviews, product reviews, room reviews, things like that. Thin content, that's another one. I mentioned it on some of those sites earlier. Is the content thin? Is it just is there any meat to it? Is your Neil says here, thin content. Is your blog post thin and mediocre? Writing blog posts purely for SEO reasons is a great way to get hit by a Panda penalty. Focus on the quality of your content instead of the quantity. So keep that in mind. Length. Is your blog post too long? There's a direct correlation between the length of your post and its ranking. The majority of websites that rank on the first page of Google contain at least 2,000 words. So something to think about. URLs. Again, those are super important. Short and to the point. Does your URL contain keywords? Things like that. Images. That's another place I see a lot of people dropping the ball. Is they'll put up an image, they'll name it something random instead of using a keyword. If you're going to put a picture of Poker Stars table up, put a keyword in there. Alt tags. A lot of people forget to use those. Size and dimensions, another issue. File size. So it's all these little things are the foundation of your on-page SEO. There's no magic here. There's no big secrets. He goes on to talk about load time, Google speed. If you're using WordPress on a decent host and stuff, that shouldn't be an issue unless you're loading massive images or some kind of scripts that are hanging up. There's plenty of plugins and tools you can test your site speed. And I recommend this to everybody, and I'm kind of surprised that everybody doesn't do this, but you should always set up a Google Analytics account, a Google Webmaster account for your website, at least the Webmaster account, because it will go through and it will make sure your website's being crawled properly, let you know if there's any issues, any potential malware issues, and it'll also give you keyword information, and various information that you can actually use. But more than anything, it'll let you know if there's an issue with your site. Is your site timed out a lot? Is it being crawled properly? Is it being crawled frequently enough? All those little things that the Webmaster tools will let you know about. So check those out. Make sure you have that set up, and you'll see what I mean. You can also submit your sitemap through there. So if you've built a new site and you want to hurry up and get it indexed, the best way to do that is by making sure you've got a sitemap, submitting it through Webmaster Tools, and it'll start crawling that, and it'll check back. There's plenty of great plugins, and it's not hard at all to set up a sitemap and make it auto update. There's the SEO plugin for WordPress, all-in-one SEO, automatically pings all the major search engines when you add a new article, so it prompts it to crawl your site, lets it know it needs to crawl it, may not do it immediately. So just a lot of little things like that that you need to check for, and I'll put a lot of this down in an article along with this video. I'll also post a version of this SEO checklist. A lot of this is simple stuff though, guys. It's not rocket science. It's not magical stuff anybody can do. Now there is some more advanced things that we're not getting into right now. In my next video, we're going to look through basic WordPress options, how to set up your permalinks. We're going to look at the all-in-one SEO plugin. We're going to look at the Yoast SEO plugin, and we're going to review what you can do with some of those and what you should be doing with some of those. Obviously, I don't recommend you have 2 SEO plugins. I actually just put them on here so we could look at them. So in my next video, we're going to go over some of that. We're actually going to look at the formatting of a page within WordPress, show you how I like to format them, what I've found works and what doesn't, and hopefully that'll give you an even better idea of how you can optimize your site, avoid some of these simple mistakes, and make sure you're getting the most out of your content. Again, not rocket science. I do not claim to be an expert at SEO or any of this stuff. I've just done it for a long time, and I've had some good success. I've helped some other affiliates, so I'm hoping this will help you guys and answer any questions you have. So if you want something else covered in the second video, let me know after I get this one posted so I can be sure and cover it. But we should really dive into the stuff in the next video. If you have any questions, comments, just let me know. Again, I appreciate y'all watching this. Sorry it ran a little long. Please share this video, give it a thumbs up, and let me know what you think. Thanks, guys.